You're listening to the PlantX podcast, the digital face of the plant-based community. Join us as we explore the inner workings of all things plant-based, from the products and lifestyles to the people behind them. Each week, we'll be touching on what's new in the ever-expanding world of PlantX and chat with everyone from entrepreneurs and chefs to nutritionists and scientists. Whether you follow a strict plant-based diet or just want to learn more, you're invited. Now welcome our host, the man who combined his love of e-commerce and the plant-based lifestyle to create PlantX, Sean Dollinger.
We're the digital face of the plant-based community, and last week we had a phenomenal turnout, and thank you very much for all of our investors, shareholders who are here today live, and for sharing the video last week. Got pretty close to 1,000 views and people watching and learning about what we do. So, thanks again for that. And one thing that I was watching, and just in case people don't really know what PlantX is all about, I thought today we could start with a really quick 1-minute recap. We're really your one-stop shop for everything plant-based. So if anyone's looking for meal deliveries to their house, or new and upcoming products, for example, just got these sent to my place. We get so many different products always sent over. So, we're always introducing these new types of products on our platform. So that's really what the core of our business is. But at the end of the day, education, education, education. The plant-based movement is fairly new, and our job is to be the digital face of the plant-based community and introduce people to all these new and upcoming products and educating on plant-based living. My background, 20 years of e-commerce, not reinventing the wheel. Since COVID, e-commerce has even grown faster than ever. I've been in fashion, technology, all different types of products. My last e-commerce company went from $6 million to over $1 billion market cap in just over a year and a half. And that was in an industry that was great, but this industry is fantastic. And I am so thankful that we're part of it. It's something that I truly believe in. And again, thank you very much for taking time out of your Saturday morning, or depending what time zone you're in, early afternoon, to join our podcast. And really excited to introduce you to another one of our phenomenal team members, Percy, who joined the team a few months back. And he has done an amazing job out of Alberta, launching the whole plant-based movement over there. As far as our meal delivery goes, he's in the health and wellness space. And I'm just really happy to have him on to share what's been going on, what value he brings to the team, and everything he's working on. He runs our ambassador program. We're following in the steps of Lululemon. Nobody could deny that they didn't revolutionize the yoga scene across the world, let alone Canada. And the way they did it was building out a core around their ambassadors, the people who truly believed in their products. And I think after you hear Percy speak today, you'll be in agreement that we have a fantastic leader leading the whole ambassador program, to start with in Canada and quickly expanding into the US and the rest of the world by hopefully the end of 2021. Percy, how are you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Good, thanks. Good, thanks. And, Percy, we love starting off the conversation or the podcast with our guest asking a simple question on how you take your coffee, because it always shows me a little bit something about the individual that we're working with.
Yeah, so I usually have my coffee. I do an Americano Misto, which is basically Americano with about 3 ounces of steamed oat milk on the top.
Great, cool, yeah, and I remember that because we went to a coffee shop, I think, together, and I believe you have a coffee shop as well, or?
Yeah, I have a cafe right now. We're closed right now during COVID, but pre-COVID we're doing pretty well with it.
All right, so you definitely know your coffee, so hopefully we'll add some fantastic coffee to the platform.
100%.
So yeah, maybe you just want to start off with a little bit about yourself and what you're up to.
Yeah, for sure. I've been in the restaurant industry for the last 10 years. I've been in the nightclub industry as well. Obviously love food and beverage, and I think that's how our paths crossed. And then once I found out about PlantX, I was all over it. My main focus has been able to pivot into a healthy food option for people moving forward. So when I found out PlantX, it was a total no-brainer.
Cool. Yeah, no, and I know that you've been extremely successful in your past businesses and your current businesses as well. And we love having people like that join the team. Our CMO, Alex, she said it best at one point. She says, we want to bring together the best of the best to build out our platform, the most amazing talent that we could possibly get to join the team. And based on your success, what does that mean? What does that bring to the PlantX team?
For me, everything I do, we just build around people. So from the restaurants, from our staff to our guests, to just everyone's just kind of building a community. So with PlantX and the Influence and Ambassador program, kind of follow the same guidelines, or where if we build it around our ambassadors, our influencers, build a community, there's more trust and feedback that way.
So once you've established these ambassadors and everything you're doing, where do you see PlantX in the next few months?
To be honest, we have probably 50 to 100 ambassadors in each province in Canada right now. Right now, we're doing about 250 meals a week. The goal is to get to 500 meals the next couple of weeks here. And then by the end of October, early November, we want to get to 1,000 meals a week. And then just building that community around our influencers, where they're part of our activations, community engagements. We're going to start partnering with some charities, launching some new plans, some new meals in the grocery stores. And kind of how we say Lululemon did is kind of we get our influencers, our ambassadors, every time they reach out to their community, we just get a ton of engagement back that way.
And you've been there from the start, watching this build. You were obviously an early investor as well in the company. We've obviously adapted a few things. At first, we were only offering the modern meat products, and now we're offering all these really cool products out of Los Angeles from Greg, who you've started working with, and then Up Meals has been doing an amazing job with rolling those recipes out in Canada. We've already launched our third meal this week, right? What's the feedback been on the transition? How's everybody liking those meals?
Feedback's been great. People are messaging me all the time, be like, hey, when can we get these meals? I mean, our last one, that squash masala, is probably the best meal I've ever tasted ever. And we're getting lots of great feedback. I've actually had 10 people text me yesterday being like, hey, we went on the website to go order, it's not on there yet. And I'm like, hold on, it'll be available on Monday. So we're getting great feedback from Greg's new meals.
And I have to be, we're on the exact same page. I got back from a trip last night, and I took a bunch of bites of that meal, and it was absolutely fantastic. And it reminds me even of the first meal we put together with the carrots and the harissa. It's a bit different as well,
Yeah.
And I think if we keep bringing products like that out, there's no one who could try that who's not like, wow, plant-based eating is amazing. It tastes great. It's filling. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, one thing Greg's done a good job with, most people eat with their eyes first. So visually the meals come out appealing. And then once you bite into it, it just kind of reassures you oh, this is the best meal you're going to have. Like you said, the portion sizes are great. There's lots of protein in there, lots of carbs in there. So, a lot of people worry about when they go plant-based is that they're going to lack in certain nutrients, but Greg's done a good job of finding substitutes for all of that. So, I crushed the harissa carrots for lunch, and I have the squash masala for dinner, and I'm super happy and just looking forward to the next day.
Yeah, it was so fall in my mouth, honestly,
Yeah.
it was raining here in Vancouver yesterday, and to come back and eat a squash like that, it was quite good. And Lauren, our CFO, he couldn't stop saying, I was full, because so many people, he said, not only did it taste incredible, but he was saying things like that. So, because the biggest thing when I speak to people, and I don't know about you on the education side, is plant-based eating doesn't fill me up. I always get kind of that comment. And then hearing him freak out saying, oh man, I'm like busting at the seams, I thought was really, really awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing with the meals too is they're actually traveling really well, right? And like I think I had 5 heuristic carrots in my fridge, and I left one to Saturday to test from Monday, and it's tasted fresh, still tasted great. So they're holding their value, they're traveling well, and once we start obviously shipping more to Ontario and Quebec, it'll be just great.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like the mandate originally set out was, we wanted something with fantastic value that tasted great, that traveled well, because that was one thing that we were having a little bit of trouble with at the start. And obviously, we're going to keep learning from the different things that we experience. But I can't agree with you more on how well that division's coming along. I think the last piece now is rotating the menu to cause exactly what you just said, where we have 10 people writing, I want it, but hey, if it's there every week, you know how people are. So now all of a sudden, if it starts rotating, then everybody's gonna be like, oh man, I want it. And then it comes in and they'll try other things as well.
Yeah, right. And that's how it works with like our ambassador programs. Like for example, if LeBron James decides he's switching to Adidas tomorrow, you're gonna have 1 million people buying Adidas. So kind of our plan is once we launch new meals and our ambassadors talk about it, we have 1,000 new orders that day.
And you have a ton of celebrities switching over to plant-based eating. Kravitz, they just had a interview with him at 56 or something, and he's living in the Bahamas, and he was speaking about it, and he looked just incredible. So just speaks the wonders of the medicine in plants. And I've had very successful e-commerce companies, but what we're building together as a team here, giving people a better quality life, longer time on the planet, what could be more rewarding than that, right?
For sure.
Yeah, no. So Percy, thanks for joining once again. Thanks for all of your hard work. And before we let you go, is there anything that you wanted to say to the team or anything like that, or any of the listeners or viewers?
I mean, one thing I just kind of wanted to add is obviously with the unfortunate situation with COVID and going to our second wave here, and us able to ship meals directly to people's homes, I feel like we're able to make a lot of people's lives better and easier, being able to ship ready-made meals and that'll last a week, so they don't have to go to a grocery store. And I mean, one thing I did yesterday actually is I started buying everyone plants, just kind of build up their mood. So and we offer plants on our website. So coming to Christmas, everyone get a little bit stressed out. I'm going to send a bunch of people money plants, different kind of plants, bring oxygen into their home. So I mean, there's lots of options of what we're offering. I'm excited to just get out to people and just make people happy.
Yeah, no, and actually, because I'm so in tune with the business, I make sure that I get every single customer service email that comes in to help on the e-com side, but I also get every sales order because it starts showing me the trends in the industry. Yeah. And I did see your name pop up with an order for a few plants, so thank you, not for only just being an ambassador, but also buying from the cause here.
For sure.
So yeah, Percy, thanks again for joining, and look forward to catching up this week, and obviously keep growing things. So on what Percy said with the plants, we try each show to go away and give away one plant. The money tree would be a great one because everybody loves that. We gave it away last week, and I'm sure the winner will be posting a little something with a picture with their money tree. And all we ask is for feedback. We're here on a Saturday morning sharing about the company. We want to make sure that we're bringing you value in this 20-minute, 25-minute episode. We got fantastic feedback after the first one, and our goal is to keep tweaking things and, in this 20, 25 minutes to make sure you're getting the value, the understanding of what we're up to, and everything else. Yesterday we went ahead and announced our pet food vertical. That's a $30 billion industry in North America. If we become that go-to with security for plant-based pet products, You know, people love their pets. They want to make sure they're putting the greatest and healthiest products in their body. And with that launch, with our new partner, which we'll eventually have on one of our vodcasts, it really positions us perfectly. And it goes back to our model where we don't need inventory. So typically somebody starts a plant-based pet food space or anything of that nature online, they got to go invest hundreds of thousands of dollars of inventory. They then need to go ahead and get a warehouse. They need employees. With the technology that our CTO, Josef Edelman, put together, it allows our API to connect into all of these different warehouses, and instantly we have hundreds of products available on our website to ship throughout North America. Once we have San Diego open, that store has the potential to do over $30 million in revenue, if not more. Their commitment to us alone is for $30 million. They will be fulfilling through that store all of our orders throughout the US. So every single e-commerce order will be fulfilled from that warehouse. That inventory does not even belong to us. That belongs to Live Marketplace. In our agreement, our systems speak to one another and they get fulfilled. So that is how our model keeps being built out. You know, even Bloombox, the partnership that we did in the plant side of things. Once again, we integrate into their inventory systems and fulfill. We make margins anywhere on the plant side of things from 55%, on the meal side of things, 35%. It allows us to keep reinvesting in customer acquisition. And with people like Percy, who we have on the team, we're thinking outside of the box. We're not here to just spend more money on Google or any of the other massive platforms that anybody could go on. We create a community around what we're building. We bring like-minded individuals together and we build something incredible. So, you know, we just started this company in February. What I saw this week take place on our platform were orders for things that I never saw come through before. So it shows us that the platform is now bringing people in for a meal delivery, let's say, but then we slowly introduce the thousands of other products on our platform. As that happens, our basket goes up in value, the recurring orders come in, and we create a trust between us and our customer. So, you know, I want to take just a second to thank our team who literally works around the clock. You know, here, even on a Saturday, this is put together by many people. It's not just throwing on the screen and away we go. There's a lot more to it. So, you know, to the team, keep up the fantastic work. We're headed into an extremely busy time. I love what we're doing on some of the themes and everything else that we're bringing into our brochures, flyers, the website to really bring in happiness. You know, there could always be more happiness, and I think that we're off to a fantastic start with everything. So thanks for that. And then for the giveaway, like I said, we'll give away a money plant and a $50 voucher. We'll give away 3 of those to 3 different people. Whoever could go ahead, give feedback, what we're doing fantastic, what we need to improve, everything from the show to our platform, more products you want in there. We even had an investor this past month. You know, he's the one who actually said, you got to add this plant vertical. We moved it right to the top and we go. We wouldn't grow at the speed we're growing. We're already an $80 million market cap company if we didn't keep our eyes and ears open and really, you know, listened and valued everybody's opinion. So at the end of the day, if you're a shareholder, investor, we're not looking for you to be passive or anything of that nature. We really want you to feel part of the whole PlantX community. So until next time, thank you very much for joining. Our second vodcast will be back here next Saturday for our third vodcast. So thanks again for joining. Have a safe week.